All right, out here got a couple new knives. Want to make some lunch, so I got my solo stove. I believe this is the Titan. First off, before we get started, I want to unveil a knife I just got. This is a Tops knife, Kydex sheath. This is called their Frog Market Special, I believe. Again, this is my third knife in a row that's hair popping sharp. So, of course, I just probably mentioned in my last unboxing video that I had just finally achieved a hair popping edge on my own knives by the purchase of a leather strap. Not just a leather strap, I used diamond stones. But the last step, the secret is finish it off with the leather strap. I did use green polishing compound on it, and it just put it over the edge. So, moving on. Again, I just did an unboxing. More Garberg, my Morakniv Kansbol, and I just wanted to come out here and do some light work. You know, just to kind of show you guys how this stuff works. Okay, start off with some push cuts here. I got two different kinds of wood here. Got some dead stuff. This is some pine, fat wood. And again, I'm not a bushcrafter, so I'm just showing how sharp the knives are. I already shaved some hair off my arm in the unboxing video, so I didn't want to show you that again. Okay, so this is actually, for me, this knife rests in my kitchen knife block. I was looking at steak knives. We've had the same steak knives for 15 years and super dull, just don't like them. Looking around at prices, and for the cost of new steak knives, I figure, heck, I might as well get something cool, something that's more up my alley, something I'm interested in, something I might even have fun with, and that's where I finally bought a Mora. And again, this is the Kansbol. Okay. Let's get that bark out of here, huh? Also going to do some of the same stuff with the Garberg. Alright. Let's try some. Actually, I got the gloves on because I'm cold. But I actually did cut my finger making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with this knife this morning. If that's possible. I made it possible. Okay. This is a super hard wood. And guys, I'm not a bushcrafter. So you can make fun of my feather sticks and my technique. Really won't bother me, but any tips you got for me, I will gladly read any comments. Keep them cool though. Okay, I feel like I'm really pushing the heck out of this thing to kind of get those cuts. What I want to do here, got my solo stove Titan. I want to do some, I'm going to use the back of this spine here to get some shavings, just so we can get our fire started. Let me do this a little closer in. Okay, where am I at? There I am. Definitely getting the job done here. Let's clean these off. Alright, there we go. Clean these off there. I kind of feel like I'm pulling more than pushing. Now, I don't know how that looked on video, but as far as me, thinking that if I took this knife camping, or ultra lightweight backpacking, I like to backpack, I like to get out there and you know, move around the mountains in my area. If I was really concerned about weight, I mean really concerned about weight, and I have the smaller version of this stove, it's called the Solo. You know, if I'm packing my own fat wood, which I normally do, there's no reason why this knife couldn't serve me on a day hike. I say day hike. If it's a multi-day, I'm probably taking something else because I'm going to be better prepared than that. That's just who I am. But if I'm on a day hike and there was some sort of unplanned overnight, I feel like this knife could get me through a night. And with the weight, on the unboxing, I said it felt like a third of the weight, but really it's half the weight of the Garberg. Pretty much exactly half. Alright. So that is the Kansbol. Just performing some light, we'll call that light camp duty tasks. Okay. A+, I didn't feel any wiggle in the knife. I didn't feel any instability. 90-degree spine. It's just chewing that thing up. Excellent. Okay. And again, guys, I'm not the expert bushcrafter, so and plus I'm trying to do this for the camera, so I'm not an expert video maker, I'm not an expert bushcrafter, so just bear with me. Alright, and I don't want to make this video forever, so we're going to move on to the Kansbol. I'm sorry, did I say Kansbol? I think I did that in the last video too. The Garberg. Okay, this knife is, I want to say 9.5 ounces. This is 4.5 ounces. You can definitely feel the weight. There's no doubt about that. Let's go ahead and start with the sharpness. First, let's get some of this bark out of here. This is a thicker blade, Scandinavian grind. So I would think it would do great for batoning small pieces of wood, like 1 inch or 2 inch, maybe I'll say 3 inch pieces of wood. I think that grind, and I'm just talking about the grind here, the way that is so steep, it's just designed for splitting, in my opinion, batoning. Now again, this knife, you can watch the open box. It was hair popping sharp out of the box. This wood is super hard. Again, I'm not very experienced with a lot of the feather sticking. I usually just start a fire, but I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to practice this. So let's push all that in there. And so I just learned something there. Don't push too hard because you're going to go metal on metal. See, that's how you learn, right, YouTube? So I said, I guess I should have pulled that stick towards me instead of pushing the knife towards the metal pan. Alright. Let's go to the fat wood here. Make sure I'm in camera. Get some push cuts. Okay, you get the idea. Again, of course, if this knife is capable in a pinch in an outdoor environment, obviously this knife is going to be more than capable. Again, I wouldn't call this a survival knife. I mean, it's only 4.3 inches long. You know, it's just in a pinch, if you had to, I think your skill is going to keep you alive more than this knife is going to take over. But I think this Solo stove is really what makes it possible. a nice contained, dry environment. That breathes well. It's always going to be dry. You know, it's not like I'm trying to start a fire. Ah, damn, I knew I was going to do that. All right. Well, looks like I got a lot to learn, guys. But this review is not about me. It's about the knife. Okay. So let's try some. Let's go ahead and try to work this 90-degree spine here. If I can find a straight edge here. Okay, 90-degree spine, no doubt about it. And actually, I have a few bricks of charcoal briquettes in here, matchlight variety. Just to, you know, because I'm actually going to cook my lunch out here today. And you know, it just kind of helps me burn a little longer. See this thing just, oh, hello. This is the spine. Okay, you get the point. You guys already know that. You've seen videos on this. Okay. I do want to get enough to where I can use my ferro rod here. So if I feel like if I rest this on something, I feel like that's really the key to success. You know, trying to freehand it, holding it up in the air for the camera was kind of made me look a little stupid, but now that I press it into something, it really made me look smarter and really made the knife look better. So let's do a little more. Get these fine shavings and we're going to hit it with the ferro rod. And we got plenty of dry sticks here to kind of keep this fire going, enough to cook my lunch here. And so that was the, I wanted to say Kansbol again, Garberg, and let's redo this with the Kansbol, just so I can set it on something and not look like this knife was a failure. It was more me than the knife. Now this knife doesn't have as much spine, so obviously this isn't something I would run this knife through on a daily, multi-time a day basis. Being that it's not full tang, I can almost feel a little bit of play, to be honest with you, with that. Like between the handle and the blade itself when I was scraping, I could almost just the slightest amount of just maybe a little lateral, not much, but this one, no freaking way, guys. This knife you could use to pry. I have no doubt about that. You could get a lot more prying strength with this, clearly. Obviously that's not anything you guys didn't know already. Alright, so let's see how they strike the ferro rod. Let's get a little paint off this thing. Alright. And again, I do have some matchlight charcoal briquettes in there. So you're definitely going to see when this thing takes off. Okay, and so the Kansbol shooting sparks. And again, I'm trying to do this until like a bucket. You know, I wish I could rest it on a table and go at it, but oh, hello. But you know, it's just what I got, and we're just going to do this for video's sake. Alright. So we got fire. Kansbol. Looks like I'm keeping this knife after what I just did to it. Look at that nice stain there. So this knife is clearly a keep. And let's go ahead and feed this fire. Let's put our lid on here. And again, this is Solo Stove Titan. I take the smaller version with me on hiking trips, but this is just when I'm kind of having fun in the backyard, and you know, I don't want to use the amount of charcoal to get the entire grill going and hot. And so this is just more efficient. I don't have to use as much material, and I don't have to get the axe out. I can just break these sticks with my daggone hand. So, alright. I won't babble on forever here. I just wanted to show that, give a quick test of those knives, because I just got them. We got some homemade turkey chili. And this is how I like to spend my day off. Alright. Alright guys, Mora, very impressed. My first Moras ever, probably my last Moras ever, because boy, I got a lot of knives. Alright, see you guys.